Cal's plasma torch sliced through the cargo pod's seal. Sparks flew into the void. A low growl rumbled from inside. He froze. Mag boots locked to the hull. Salvage runs didn't growl back. His suit lights pierced the dark interior. Glossy black fur shifted. 2 amber eyes snapped open.
"Easy," Cal muttered, voice steady over his comm.
The creature, a predator cub, apex build from the look of her, snarled but didn't lunge. Sedation patch on her flank glowed faint blue. Cal cut the restraints. She tumbled free, 4 limbs splaying. He caught her mid-spin, 1 arm under her chest. She weighed like a shipdog, dense muscle under sleek hide. Fangs grazed his suit, but no breach. Goal: secure the find. Conflict: unknown species, station protocols. He scanned her vitals, hypothermic, dehydrated. No transponder pinged his HUD. He jetted back to the airlock. Cub clutched tight. Docking clamps thudded home. Atmosphere rushed in. Cal stripped his helmet. The cub shivered in his arms, growl fading to whimpers.
Her hide rippled with quills, retracted now.
Orphaned? Abandoned cargo? He grabbed a thermal blanket from the locker, wrapped her snug. She nuzzled his palm, rough tongue flicking out. Quarantine ahead, he said softly. Carried her down the gantry. Scanners hummed at the checkpoint. Red lights flashed. Biohazard detected. The automated voice blared. Isolate specimen. Cal bypassed the alarm with a jury-rigged shunt. Old mechanic trick. Green cleared. He strode past the empty booth, Cub's warmth seeping through the blanket. Dockside buzzed with welders and loaders. Cal veered to the black market stall, tucked behind coolant drums. Nutrient gel, he told the vendor. A squat Krell with too many eyes. High protein, predator spec. The Krell squinted. Rare order human, 50 creds. 30. Cal tapped his wrist unit. Deal struck. He pocketed the tube and headed to his workshop bay.
Inside, he locked the hatch. Dim lights flickered on.
The cub uncurled on his workbench, eyes tracking him. She stood, wobbly, nostrils flaring at the gel. Cal squeezed a dollop onto his fingers, held it out. She sniffed, then licked, hesitant at first, then ravenous. Gel smeared his hand as she chomped. Good girl, he said, named her on instinct. Sable, Fitz. She purred, a vibration like idling engines. Cal wiped her muzzle clean. Her tail lashed, bonding already. Apex juveniles grew fast. This one hit adolescent size in weeks if fed right. Alarms whooped outside. Footsteps pounded. Cal peeked the feed, doppelganger, big brute with cyber arms, charged toward his bay.
Salvage, squatter. Pod's mine by claim. Cal barred the inner door.
Sable tensed, quills rising. She crouched, growl building. Stay, Cal commanded, palm down, firm, like training station hounds. She froze, eyes locked on his. The ganger hammered the hatch. Metal dented. Cal vented steam through the outer seal, scalding, deterrent. The brute howled, retreated cursing. Sable relaxed. Cal scratched her ears. Smart pup. No need for teeth yet. He fed her another round. She sprawled content, belly full. Cal patched her sedation scar. Clean wound, professional cut, not accident cargo. Station net pinged his console. He logged in. Specimen registration, Apex Juvenile, designation Sable, salvage claim, Bay 17. Form submitted. Locked the bay down. Full seals. Imperial ping hit the station feeds. Red alert scrolled. Priority query. Missing asset. Lineage marker active. All bays report. Cal's gut tightened. Sable's flank. It glowed under his scan earlier. Encrypted marker Imperial seal. Harris? Weapon project? Sable yawned, fangs gleaming. She bumped his leg, demanding pets. Cal knelt. Looks like family just got complicated, the console chimed. Incoming hail. From an Imperial dreadnought, docking vector locked. Praetor Juno Vale's face filled the screen. Stand down. The cub is crown property. Cal met her gaze. She salvage. Registered fare. Juno's mandibles clicked.
You court death. Empress inbound.
Sable growled low. Cal laid a hand on her. Quiet fell. He smiled. Then let's talk terms. Station klaxons wailed. Shuttles screamed in. Politics just crashed his bay.
Dr. Lysa Chen slipped through the chaos an hour later.
Cal had buzzed her in. Old ally from Xenotech Repairs. Cal Rowan, she said, kit in hand.
You pull an Imperial heir from scrap?
He shrugged. Found her. Feeding her? Sable-eyed the doctor, tail flicking. Lysa knelt slow. Vera Keth's line.
Rare. Fast growers.
Cal nodded. Behaviors. Lysa scanned.
Bonded to you already. Pack alpha vibes. Needs routine. Hunt Sims, touch. Sable leaned into Lysa's gloved hand. Trust transferred. Outside, Minister Odrin Sarn's voice boomed over comms.
Protective custody. The human endangers her.
Cal patched through. She's safe here.
Saren's smile dripped audio. Empress decides, mechanic.
Dreadnought shadows eclipsed the bay lights. Empress Vera's shuttle touched down. Cal stood tall, Sable at his side. Family defended actions, not words. Vera emerged, regal, quills pinned in gold. Grief flickered in her eyes, masked quick. Return my heir, she said. Cal stepped forward. Sable chooses. Sable pressed against his leg. Growl aimed at the entourage.
Vera paused. Praetor Juno drew her sidearm.
Juno's threat model shattered. Human outperformed it. Stand down, Vera commanded Juno. Eyes on Cal. You tamed her? Family, Cal said.
Simple, Audrin pushed in.
Custody now, destabilizes. Vera silenced him with a glance. Human. Prove trust. Cal tossed a nutrient stick. Sable caught it midair, gentle in jaws. Returned to his hand. Vera's mandibles softened.
Impossible. Not for us, Cal said.
Juno lowered her weapon. Lysa nodded. Protocols match. Bond holds. Imperial ping resolved. Asset secured. Human oversight. But Odrin's eyes gleamed. Rivals circled. Sable purred. Cal scratched her. Empire bent, or broke, on this. Dreadnought comms crackled. Rival fleet. Inbound. Claim the air. Vera straightened. Rowan. Allies? Cal grinned. Family fights together. Engines roared. Battle loomed. Cal yanked the nutrient stick from Sable's jaws. Her tongue flicked out, tasting his fingers. He pocketed it and scooped her up, faster than she could squirm. Alarms blared across the bay. Red lights strobed the docking arms. Rowan! Praetor Juno barked. Her sidearm stayed holstered now, but her claws flexed. Rival signatures confirmed. 3 cruisers, weapons hot. Empress Vera's quills bristled. She signaled her shuttle crew. Defensive cordon. No firing unless provoked. Cal bolted for the service hatch. Sable's weight shifted against his chest, her growl vibrating through his coveralls. Always. He punched the override. Bulkhead hissed open. Audrin Sarn's voice cut through the chaos. Empress, seize the asset. The human flees with her. Silence, Vera snapped. Her eyes locked on Cal's back. Human. Destination? Secure hold, Cal called over his shoulder. Sable's pen. Built it yesterday. Juno matched his stride. Her boots clanged on the deck.
Pen? You caged the air?
Trained her. Cal ducked into the maintenance corridor. Pipes hissed steam. He set Sable down. She patted ahead, tail low, ears perked for threats. Dr. Lysa Chen jogged up behind.
Her medkit rattled. Cal's protocols work.
Scans confirm neural sync. Cross species. Vera followed, entourage tight. Odrin wormed through, datapad glowing. This delays nothing. Custody transfers now. Cal ignored him. He slapped a panel. Lights flickered. The concourse pen unfolded bite-proof alloy mesh, reinforced from salvage scraps. He'd welded it overnight after Sable shredded his bunk. Scent dampeners hummed to life, pulling her predator musk into filters. No more panic stampedes from xenotraders. Sable leaped inside. Paws silent on the padded floor. She circled once, then sat. Eyes on Cal. See? Cal said. He keyed the 3 signal set. Fist up, stay. Paw down, alert, whistle. Sable's head tilted. She stayed. Vera's mandibles parted. You taught her commands. In hours? Days. Cal tossed a treat through the mesh. Sable snatched it midair, crunched once, then dropped the wrapper at his feet. Rewards build trust, not chains. Juno scanned the pen. Her visor beeped approval. Structural integrity exceeds imperial specs. Human improvisation. A kennel. Undignified for lineage.
Sable's lip curled. A low rumble shook the air.
Audrin stepped back. Dreadnought klaxons wailed. Rivals hailing. Demand air surrender. Veyra's shuttle feed projected on the wall. 3 jagged cruisers loomed. Rival house sigils scarred their hulls. Missiles armed. Cal patched into the station grid. His fingers flew over the console. Power reroute. Boost shields on this sector. Juno leaned in. Station protocols lock that. Security clearance only. Got a salvage override. Cal bypassed it. Lights dimmed station-wide. Shields flared blue. Hid Sable here yesterday during your sweep. Rerouted juice to bulkheads. Flashback hit Juno's memory banks. Yesterday's sweep. Empty corridors. False positives.
Human ghosted them. Impossible, Juno muttered.
Her threat model updated. Human. Asset, not liability. Lysa tapped her scanner. Sable's marker decrypted partial. Imperial heir, yes, but bonded. Severing risks neural collapse. Audrin jabbed his pad.
Lies. Rivals will fracture the throne if we yield to a mechanic.
Veyra raised a claw. Silence fell. Human. Cal met her gaze. No fluff.
Found her abandoned in the salvage yard. Ignored every handler.
Xenos panicked. Too big, too fast. She obeyed me. First signal. Stay. Ate from my hand. Sabul whined. Cal whistled.
She pressed her nose to the mesh, built the pen that night.
Cal pointed to welds. Sent dampeners from freighter filters. Stopped. Concourse riots. Veyra circled the enclosure. Her claw traced the mesh. No scratches. Apex juvenile. Grows to dreadnought size.
You contained her. Family doesn't contain.
Protects. Pulled Sable's collar. His ID chip gleamed. Tagged yesterday. No leash needed. She'd chosen to follow. Sable nuzzled his palm. Purr rumbled. Alarms spiked. Rival lock on. Torpedoes inbound. Cal surged up. Evac protocols. My lead. Juno hesitated. Then nodded. Your model holds. They moved. Cal first. Sable's pen, auto-collapsing into a carry crate. Lysa synced vitals. Veyra's guards flanked.
Audrin lagged, whispering into his comm.
Claimer for house? Quarters blurred.
Cal slapped vents shut. Sealed blast doors.
Rival's first volley shook the station. Hull groaned.
Engineering deck, Cal ordered. Manual turrets.
Juno's eyes widened. Civilian access denied.
Salvage tech.
Cal grinned. Unzipped his vest. Tools gleamed. Fixed. Worse. They piled into the turret bay. Consoles sparked. Cal hotwired the main gun. Sable's crate thumped beside him. Her eyes glowed in the dark. Veyra manned a secondary station. Her command snapped precise. Target lead cruiser. Disruptors. Juno synced fire control. Human on primaries. Prove it. Cal's hands danced. Turret word alive. He led the rival salvo. Human reflexes dodging predictive locks. Plasma lanced out. Rival shields buckled. Boom. First cruiser listed. Audrin burst in. Empress! Abort. He's destabilizing. Sable snarled. Crate rattled. Veyra whirled. Treachery? Audrin's pad pinged. Rival codes.
Juno pinned him. Claws at throat.
Intriguer. Second volley incoming.
Cal fired again. Hit engines.
Cruiser vented atmosphere. Lysa monitored Sable. Bond stable. She's calm. Mirroring Cal. Veyra fired her station. Third cruiser peeled off, damaged. Silence fell. Rivals retreated. Comms crackled surrender terms. Cal wiped sweat. Sabla licked his hand through the crate slats. Veyra approached. Quills relaxed. You sheltered my heir. Taught her. Defended her. Family. Cal unlatched the crate. Sabel bounded out. Straight to Veyra. Sniffed. Then back to Cal. Sat between them. Veyra's claw rested on Sable's head. First touch. Lineage marker full decrypt. My lost kin. Abandoned to test loyalties. Audrin struggled. Custody. Exile, Veyra said. Juno dragged him out. Juno saluted Cal. Threat model revised. Human? Official protocols now. Cross-species family viable. Station lights stabilized. Cal scratched Sable's ears. She leaned in. Purr filled the bay. Veyra knelt. Eye level with Cal. Empire chooses trust. You oversee her growth. With us? Cal nodded. Together. Sabli yipped. Tail thumped. Dreadnoughts powered down. But outer sensors pinged. New signatures, neutral fleets, watching. Alliance formed. Or trap. Cal stood. Family expanded. Empire followed. Lysa Chen's claws froze on the scanner pad. Her eyes widened. Carol Rowan leaned over the exam table, one hand steady on Sable's flank. The cub's black fur rippled under his palm, her golden eyes locked on him. She whined low, tail flicking. The clinic's air hummed with tension. Sterile vents, beeping monitors, the faint ozone of alien tech. Sealed. Lysa snapped into her comm. No one in or out until I say. Doors hissed shut. Red lights pulsed. She turned to Cal, quills bristling. This cub's genome has a royal marker. Embedded. Throne level. She's no stray. Cal scratched Sable's ear. She leaned in, purring. Doesn't change a thing. She's mine now. Found her in the salvage bays, half-starved. Lysa tapped her pad. Data scrolled. Apex predator lineage, Keth dynasty. Abandoned? Or hidden? This triggers protocols I can't ignore. Boots thudded outside. Imperial security crests. Praetor Vale's team. They traced the marker ping. Cal scooped Sable up. She draped over his shoulder like a living scarf, claws sheathed. No handoff without papers. Who's claiming her? Lysa nodded. Smart. Stall them. The doors buckled. Under override code. Praetor Juna Vale strode in, armored in sleek black carapace, pulse rifle slung low. Her gaze pinned Cal. Human. Surrender the juvenile. Imperial asset.
Cal shifted Sabo higher. She growled soft, sensing the shift.
Written warrant. Name the claimant. Or walk. Vale's mandibles clicked. You delay a security op. The cub's volatile. She's calm, Cal said. With me. Lysa stepped forward, guarded and self-confirmed bond markers. Cross-species stability. She's not a weapon. Vale ignored her. Human liability. Stats show your kind panic under stress. G. Gestured.
Escorts advanced. Cal backed toward the service hatch.
Sable's ears flattened. We done here? Vale's rifle hummed to life.
Detain.
Sable clung tight. He slammed the hatch release, diving into the access tunnels. Dim service lights flickered. Pipes hissed steam. His boots pounded grated floors. Vale's voice echoed through comms. Seal sectors. Corner him. Cal knew these tunnels. Station-side mechanic for 5 years. Every vent, every junction.
Sable's hot breath puffed his neck.
She chirped questioningly.
Easy, girl. He vaulted a coolant line.
Ducked a drone patrol. Heart hammered steady. No panic. Just the job. Red beams sliced the dark ahead. Vale dropped from a ceiling grate, blocking the exit. Her rifle centered on his chest. Escorts sealed the rear. End of line, human. Vale's stance screamed control. Knees bent, weight balanced. Dropped the cub. Sable snarled. Fur spiked. Claws dug in. Cal raised empty hands. Test me then. Vile lunged. Controlled strike fist to disarm. Sweep to drop. Cal sidestepped, years of salvage rigging making him fluid. He twisted her arm, used her momentum. She hit the grate hard but rolled up, rifle sweeping. Sable leaped. Vale dodged, eyes flashing surprise. Cal whistled sharp, 2 tones rising. Sable froze midair. Landed light. Sat. Tongue lolled. Vale paused. Rifle steady. Routine? Breakfast call.
Call, knelt, slow, extended his hand.
Sable nuzzled it, purring loud. Tail thumped the deck. Escorts shifted. Whispers on their comms. Valis visor cycled data. Threat model, invalid. Bond confirmed. She keyed her throat mic. Priority alert to throne. Custodian viable. Human designation, Cal Rowan. Visual feed live. Sable licked Cal's knuckles. He scratched her chin. Valet watched. Mandible still. Doors cycled at tunnel's end. Lysa burst in. Pad glowing. Empress inbound. Dreadnought shadow. And rivals sniffing the signal. Vale holstered her rifle. Escort them to Bay 3. Secure. Call stood, Sable at his heels. Who's the Empress want with us? Vale's gaze lingered on the cub. Her heir. Lost one.
You're the variable. They marched out.
Station corridors buzzed. Workers gawked. Drones hummed alerts. Sable stayed glued to Cal's leg, ignoring the stairs. Bay 3 loomed. Massive doors parted. Imperial shuttle squatted. Ramps down. Guards snapped salutes. Inside, Minister Odrin Sarn waited. Silk robes. Smile too wide.
Ah, the savior. Such compassion for a predator.
Cal tensed. Sable growled low.
Audrin spread claws. Protective custody.
For her safety. Throne's too fragile now. Minister. Stand down. Lysa checked her pad. Incoming volleys on outer markers. Rival cruisers. Sarn's allies. Audrin's smile slipped. Coincidence. Cal latched Sable's travel crate nearby. Reinforced, but she whined inside. Stay put, kid. Shuttle alarms blared. Docking clamps groaned. A massive shadow eclipsed the bay. Empress Vera Keth's dreadnought. Towering quills like obsidian blades, eyes burning violet. Guards parted. She fixed on Sable's crate. Open it. Call unlatched. Sable poked her head out. Sniffed the air. Yipped once. Vera knelt. Slow. Claw extended. Sable sniffed. Backed to Cal. Nuzzled his boot. Audrin stepped forward. Majesty, the human destabilizes. Vera's glare silenced him.
He stabilizes.
Sensors wailed. Hostiles inbound. 3 cruisers. Rival codes. Volley barked orders. Defensive grid up. Cal grabbed a station console. Pulled salvage rigging schematics. Weak point. Engine vents. Thread to disruptors there. Vale glanced. Human specs? Worked at last cycle. Fingers flew. Vera watched. Execute. First cruiser fired. Beams scorched shields. Cal triggered. Disruptor lanced true. Cruiser listed. Engines sparking. Sable snarled from the crate. Lysa monitored. Bond holding. She's mirroring you, Cal.
Odrin paled. Treachery.
Vale pinned him. Claws at throat. Intriguer. Second volley screamed in. Cal fired again. Hit clean. Cruiser vented atmo, drifting dead. Third. Peeled off. Damaged. Comms crackled surrender. Bay lights steadied. Vera approached the crate. Quills eased. You sheltered my air. Taught her trust. Defended her.
Cal wiped sweat.
Unlatched the crate. Sable bounded free. Straight to Vera, then back to Cal. Sat between them. Family, Cal said. Vera's claw rested on Sable's head. First touch. Gentle. Lysa smiled. Lineage decrypt complete. Your lost kin. Majesty. Abandoned to test loyalties. Audrin struggled under veil. Custody. Exile. Vera cut in. Valley dragged him out. Saluted Cal. Threat model revised. Human. Guardian. Station stabilized. Cal scratched Sable's ears. Purr filled the bay. Vera knelt eye level with Cal. Empire chooses trust. You oversee her growth. With us? Together. Sably yipped. Tail thumped. Outer sensors pinged. New signatures. Neutral fleets. Watching. Vale checked feeds. Alliance signatures. Or trap. Cal stood tall. Cal's hand shot to the console. Fingers danced across keys. Outer sensors lit up with a swarm of contacts. Dozens of ships, hulls etched with Alliance sigils. Neutral on paper. Hostile in practice. Shields up. He barked. Vale, lock weapons. Lysa, crate secure. Praetor Juno Vale spun from the feeds, claws flexing. Alliance Vanguard, 3 heavies, escorts. Demanding docking clearance. Claim custody of the air. Empress Vera rose from her kneel. Quills bristling. Sable pressed tight against Cal's leg. Growl rumbling low.
Vera's gaze locked on Cal. They sense weakness.
Audrin's whispers spread before his exile. Cal scooped Sable into his arms. She burrowed in, quills soft against his neck. Not weakness. Family. We hold the bay. Buy time. Lysa Chen tapped her tablet. Vitals streaming. Sable stable. Adrenaline spike. Mirroring your cortisol.
She's ready.
Vale nodded sharp. Bay sealed. Turrets hot. But they outgun us 10-1. Cal set Sable down, patted her flank.
Then we don't fight fair. He yanked a panel free, exposing raw conduits.
Wires sparked under his grip. One twist and station power rerouted. Lights dimmed station-wide, plunging corridors into red emergency glow. Alarms wailed. Comms flooded with panicked chatter from distant decks. Alliance ships hesitated. Scans blind in the blackout. Manual routes, Cal said. Vera, you and Lysa take Sable coreward. Service tunnels linked to auxiliary hangars. Vera's claws grazed Sable's head. You lead.
Cal pulled a toolkit sling over his shoulder. I'm the station-side grease monkey.
I know every vent. Move. Sable yipped, bolted to a grate. Claws pried it open. Faster than Cal expected. She glanced back, eyes gleaming. Vera paused. Human. Why risk this? Cal flashed a grin. She's pack. Go. They plunged in. Cal first, toolkit clanging. Sable scampered behind, tail flicking. Vera's armored form squeezed through. Lysa last tablet glow her only light. Tunnels hummed with rerouted power. Air thick with ozone. Cal crawled fast, elbowing junctions. Alliance wants a weapon. We give 'em nothing. Sable chirped, nudged his boot. Her growth spurt hit overnight. Now knee-high, muscles coiling like springs. Lysa's protocols worked. Synth meat rations, trust drills. Family. Distant booms echoed. Docking clamps slamming home.
Bell's voice crackled over SUCOM. They're boarding main bays.
Security teams down. Holding engineering.
Copy. Cal grunted. He kicked a hatch.
It swung into a dim maintenance bay. Stacked crates, flickering hollows, auxiliary lock. Prep-evac shuttle. Vera emerged, scanning shadows.
Shuttle fueled? Cal patched the console. Green lights flared.
Always, salvage runs demand it. Sable bounded to the controls, pawed a panel. It beeped. Override accepted. Her Imperial marker descripted fully now, Lysa said. Instincts unlocking. Lysa checked her. Bonds deepening. She's syncing your decisions. Comms hissed. Alliance voice, clipped and cold. Station Rowan, surrender the Cathair. Imperial custody revoked by council vote. Minister Sarn's proxy filed. Audrin, his exile bought allies fast. Cal keyed response. No proxy here. Bays empty. Try the vents. Vera's eyes narrowed. Provoke. Delay. Cal fired thrusters pre-check. Shuttle hummed alive. Boots thundered outside. Alliance troops, scaled hides. Pulse rifles humming. Breach charge whined on the hatch. Sable snarled, hackles up. Vera shoved Cal toward the shuttle. Protect her. Cal grabbed Sable's scruff. Gentle. Together. He hauled her aboard, Lysa piling in. Vera covered the ramp, claws extended. Hatch exploded inward, smoke billowed. Alliance squad rushed, 6 strong visors down. Cal slapped the ramp control. Vera leaped aboard as it sealed. Lasers scorched hull. Go, Vale's voice. I've got breach teams pinned. Shuttle lurched free.
Cal strapped in, yanking sticks. Engines roared.
Station receded, Alliance heavies twisting to pursue. Sable wedged between his seat and console, watching stars streak. Vera gripped a strap. Course, Imperial yacht, Cal said. Dock and regroup. Lysa monitored feeds. They're hailing. Demands escalating. Claim Sable's a bioweapon now. Audrin spin. Cal banked hard. Disruptor pulse from station. Vale's work. One escort crumpled. Good shot, he muttered. Missiles streaked. Cal triggered countermeasures. Flares and chaff. Explosions bloomed silent in void. Vera leaned forward. Your blackout. Unorthodox. Pragmatic. Cal dodged a beam. Station's my home. I wired it. Sable growled at incoming fire, body tensing. Cal felt her vibe, synced, like Lysa said. Alliance lead ship loomed. Tractor beams glowing. Cal rolled under. Fired jury-rigged EMP from salvage pod. Fields flickered on their hull.
Hit! Lysa whooped. Vera's comm-linked yacht.
Praetor, extraction vector. Vale, en route. Alliance fracturing. Some peeling off. Neutrals watching. Shuttle bucked. Cal nursed engines. Holding. Sable nosed his hand. He scratched her quills. Purr vibrated the deck. Imperial yacht swelled ahead. Sleek Predator. Guns live. Docking clamp snapped true. Ramp dropped. Vale waited, flanked by guards. No Audrin taint. Cal carried Sable out. She wriggled free, darted between Vera and him. Sat proud. Vera addressed the bridge crew. Status. Empress. Captain Bode. Alliance broadcasts custody claim. Council deadlocked. Rivals mobilize. Cal set. Toolkit down. Feeds. Screens bloomed. Station cans showed Alliance rooting empty bays. Audrin's face, smiling from a proxy feed. The human abductor endangers us all. Secure the asset. Vera quills flattened.
Counter. Lysa patched in.
Lineage proof uploaded. Sable's your blood majesty. Unassailable. Cal crossed arms. And she's ours. Crew glanced. Human word, alien context. Whispers rippled. Veyra faced Cal.
They come for fracture.
We choose unity. A ping. New signatures, rival fleets. Edging in, not alliance. Pure opportunists. Valley stiffened. Warlords. Sent blood. Sable yipped pawed Cal's leg. Eyes on screens. Cal nodded. Family first. Armed the yacht.
Veyra's claw met his fist.
Bridge thrummed to life. Gunners manned stations. Cal slid into Aux console. Salvage hacks ready. Missiles incoming. He targeted locks. Yacht shuddered, returned fire. Sable perched by him, watching. One warlord frigate cracked open. Debris field. Veyra commanded. Hail them. Terms. Alliance lead responded first. Captain's face sweating. Stand down. Your council heirs, Veyra said.
Air secured. Human guardian proven.
Cal leaned in. Pull back. Or we vent your engines next. Silence. Then retreat vectors plotted. Warlords followed. Signatures fading. Quiet settled. Crew exhaled.
Lysa grinned. Bond metrics off charts.
Sabul's thriving. Val saluted Cal. Threat model. Family asset. Veyra knelt to Sable. Cal's fingers flew across the Aux console. Red blips swarmed the docking feeds. Saren's drones, unmarked and closing fast on the yacht's berth.
Hostiles inbound, he barked.
Berth clamps off. Now. Praetor Vale spun from her station. Her quills bristled. Imperial yacht inviolate. Shields up. Sable yipped at his feet, claws scraping deck plates. Cal scooped her up. Her sleek black fur pressed warm against his chest. Quiet, kit. Family drill. Veyra rose from her kneel, eyes locked on screens. Chen's clinic. Alarms wailed. Drones latched onto the hull. Cal punched the hatch cycle. Airlocks hissed open to the station's service deck. He bolted first, Sable clutched tight, Vale and two of her guards on his heels. Shafts ahead, Cal said. Tight fit. Follow my lead. He dropped into the nearest access grate, shoulders scraping conduits. Vibrations hummed through his boots, drones burrowing, cutters whining. Sable wriggled silent in his arms, her predator instincts kicking in. Valley squeezed after, armor clanking. Human paths. Unmapped. Cal pressed a palm to the wall. Lothrum's pulsed left. He mapped by echo. Engine sublayer that way. Drones hate EMP echoes. Right forks to vents, too exposed. He veered left, crawling blind. Pipes groaned under strain. Sable's nose twitched. Scenting chemtrails ahead. Drones breached the berth. Pursuit signatures lit his wrist scanner. 6 units microsedative sprayers primed. Company, Cal growled. He kicked a loose panel free, wedged it like a shield. First drone buzzed into view. Needle tip glinting. Cal swung a hydrospanner from his belt. Crack drone casing split. Sedative misting harmless. It sparked out. Vale fired her sidearm.
Second drone crumpled midair. Save power, Cal said.
More coming. Third dove low. Cal timed the swing. Tool met rotor. Shrapnel pinged walls. He grabbed a conduit cap, twisted it into a slingshot. Rubber seals snapped taut. Fourth drone shredded on impact. Sable growled soft, ears flat. Cal stroked her flank. Good girl. Hold. Fifth and sixth synced attack, sprayers hissing. Cal rolled, yanked a power relay loose. Sparks arced, drones shorted, plummeting. Vale stared. Threat models recalibrate. Human improvisation exceeds parameters. Salvage life, Cal grunted. He sealed the shaft behind. Scent hounds next. Mask up. He smeared a chem paste from his kit across Sable's fur. Industrial neutralizer. Station rat trick. His own skin next. Breathe through shirt. Silent now, kit. No yips. Sable nodded, jaws clamped. Her eyes gleamed trust. Vibrations shifted. Paws padding. Pursuit dogs loosed. Imperial breeds. Gene sniffers. Relentless. Cal led double time, ears straining. Shaft narrowed to crawl space. He pushed Sable ahead. Go, Scout. She slithered, tail flicking signals. Clear, clear, fork. Dogs bayed close. Vale checked her scanner. Saren's unmarked. No Imperial codes.
Cal hissed. Traitors.
Clinic 2 levels down. Chen's got the package. A grate rattled ahead. Cal boosted Sable over a junction box, then Vale. He dropped last, slamming the seal. Pursuit closed. Vale raised her comm. Guards, Vector, 3-7. Her troops responded, blaster fire echoed.
Praetor?
Cover the asset, Vale ordered. Sarn. Operatives, confirmed. Engage. She turned to Cal. Go. I hold. Her quills locked battle ready. Cal nodded once. Family owes you. He plunged downward, Sable's paws pattering beside. Dogs howled, cut short by Vale's barrage. Shaft dumped into clinic sublevel. Cal shouldered the medbay door.
Dr. Chen whirled from her console, scanner in hand.
Cal. Drones. Sarn's hit squad. Proof on my wrist log. Feeds. Signatures.
He dumped Sable onto the exam table.
Transmit. Chen slotted the device. Her fingers danced. Uploading. Lineage marker pings 2. Sable's royal unedited.
Screens flickered.
Veyra's face patched in from the yacht. Status? Sarn fractures the line. Chen said. Illegal strike. Logs confirm. Cal leaned in to pick up. He's weaponizing her. We trapped the station on him. Veyra's claws flexed.
Authorized. Vent his bays.
Cal patched station core. Salvage overrides kicked in. His old mechanic codes, backdoored for emergencies. Berth clamps locked on Sarn's proxy shuttles. Power surged to outer rings. Sarn's face intruded on secondary feed. Smiling. Always smiling. Guardian Rowan. Yield the cub. Protective custody. Cal cut him. Your drones litter my shafts. Operatives down. Empire sees. Sarn's smile cracked. Alarm spiked station-wide. Cal routed vents. Chem foam flooded Sarn's empty bays. Gumming shuttle seals. Escape vectors jammed. Val's voice crackled through. Operatives secured. Sable pawed Cal's leg, yipping triumph. He ruffled her ears. Told you, kid. Trap sprung. Chen's bond scanner beeped. Growth surge your care protocols work. Veyra nodded on feed. Human proves. Trust binds. But fresh pings lit the scopes. Not drones. Boarding pods. Warlord remnants. Scenting chaos anew. Cal gripped the console. Round 2. Arm the traps. Empress Veyra's shuttle clamped onto the hangar deck with a resonant thud. Her honor guard fanned out, plasma lances humming to life before snapping into lockdown holsters. Tribunal convenes, Veyra announced, her voice amplified across the deck. All weapons sealed, violators face voiding. Cal strode forward from his bay, Sable trotting at his heels. The cub's silver fur gleamed under the floodlights, her encrypted collar pulsing faintly. He carried a rugged data slate under one arm, its screen locked on maintenance logs. Station crew lined the bulkheads, eyes wide at the imperial spectacle. Praetor Vale flanked Veyra, her armored form scanning threats. Minister Sarn stood opposite, robes pristine, that perpetual smile etched on his scaled face. Sable pressed against Cal's leg, ears flicking.
Easy, Kit. Show him your manners.
Veyra's golden eyes fixed on Cal. Human Rowan. Present the cub. Cal didn't bow. He tapped the slate. Hollow projections bloomed. Maintenance logs timestamped with drone incursions. Clinic scans graphing Sable's growth under his care protocols. Captured drone IDs traced to Sarn's proxy fleet. Your drones hit my shafts 3 cycles back, Cal said. Operatives down, logged and sealed. Chen's xenoscans confirm Sable's lineage marker unedited royal strain. Sarn's been baiting her aggression for leverage. The deck gasped. Sarn's smile twitched. The human endangers us all. Witness. Veyra raised a claw. Evidence public.
Tribunal records. Cal patched the slate to the central projector.
Feeds rolled. Chem foam flooding Sarn's bays. Vale's team cuffing his operatives. Sable yipped approval, tail lashing. The court, dozens of aides, guards, station reps, murmured. They expected groveling from the lone human. Call set conditions instead. Sarn stepped forward, unobtrusive emitter in his palm. Ultrasonic pulse whined, high-frequency trigger tuned to apex predator instincts. Sable stiffened, pupils dilating, claws unsheathing with a scrape. Down, Cal commanded, voice flat and firm. Sable froze. She blinked, shook her head, then flopped onto her haunches beside him. Tail thumped the deck. The whine cut off. Sarn paled. Praetor Vale's gauntlet snapped to her sidearm holster. Sealed, but her glare burned. Illegal provocation. On record. They seized Sarn's arms, cuffs clamping with a hiss. Minister, you're detained. Proxy fleet impounded. Sarn struggled, smile gone. Empress, this fractures the line. Silence, Vera snapped. Her claws flexed, grief flickering behind protocol.
You fracture it.
Vale turned to her comm. Honor guard, reroute to Bay 17.
Protect Rowan and the air designate. Full perimeter.
Guards pivoted, lances reholstered, but stances alert. They formed a cordon around Cal's bay entrance, visible from the tribunal. Cal nodded to Vale. She met his eyes, assessment shifting from liability to asset. Vera approached, robes whispering. Sable eyed her warily but didn't bristle. Human, Vera said. You sheltered my bloodline. Proven protector. I offer formal protectorate. Resources, title, station command under my banner. Cal crouched to Sable's level, ruffling her ears.
She leaned in, purring rumble vibrating the deck. He stood.
Grateful Empress. Sable trains with me. My protocols, my bays. Oversight from Chen and Vale, joint. No isolation. No weapons tests. Empire learns trust, or she stays station side. The court hushed. Vera's tale stilled. A rare tell. Humans groveled. This one bargained. Her gaze traced Sable's relaxed form, the bond evident in every flick of the cub's ears toward Cal. Terms noted, Vera said. Negotiate with Vale. Provisional acceptance. Protocols integrated. Human care exceeds models. Dr. Chen emerged from the clinic hatch, slate in hand. Bond metrics confirm. Cross-species stability at 98%. Growth surge tied to Rowan's routines. Sarn spat from custody.
He'll ruin her. Vale's guard silenced him with a shove. Cal ignored it.
Sable pawed his boot, yipping demand for attention. He obliged, tossing her a nutrient chew from his pocket. She crunched it, eyes bright. Alarms blared, secondary scopes lighting up. Boarding pods streaked in from the outer rings, warlord remnants scenting the chaos. Vera's crest flared.
Threat vectors? Cal patched his console feed to the tribunal projector. Pods clamped on auxiliary docks, breacher charges glowing.
Warlords. Old grudge on Sarn's bait. My trap's armed. Salvage overrides live. He slammed the activation sequence. Bulkheads slammed shut, diverting power to electronets. Pods sparked, figures tumbling into foam pits. Vala's team moved like clockwork, lances unsealing under tribunal exception. Flank left. Cal directed over open comm. Pods vent to maintenance shafts. Logs mark weak seals. Vale nodded, leading the charge. Confirmed. Human predicts. Sable growled low, hackles rising. Not at the pulse, but the intruders. Cal scooped her up. Hold, Kit. Let him work. Pods crumpled under combined fire. Last breacher charged the hangar. Scaled brute, vibroax whirring. Volley parried, but it bowled through. Cal dropped Sable behind the base shield, grabbed a sealed torque wrench, heavy, improvised. Brute lunged. Cal sidestepped, wrench cracking carapace. It staggered. Valley's lance finished it. Deck cleared in minutes.
Cheers erupted from station crew. Vera watched Cal, reassessing.
Trap sprung. Air safe. Again. Standard salvage. We collaborate. It sticks. Chen scanned Sable post-fight, adrenaline spiked but stable. Your command overrides apex instincts. Vera signaled her yacht. Tribunal adjourns. Rowan, bay secured. Custody terms draft by dawn cycle. Sable bounded to Vera, sniffing curiously. The Empress knelt, first breach of protocol. Her claw extended tentatively. Sable nuzzled it. Bond sparked across species. Cal grinned. See? Trust builds. Bale returned, dragging a warlord captive.
Interrogation yields. Sarn funded them. Destabilize claim.
Vera's eyes iced. Execute custody transfer. Full. As guards hauled Sarn away, fresh pings echoed. Not pods, but Imperial reinforcements. Loyal sails inbound. Cal checked scopes. Solid. But whispers rippled. Rival sectors watching. Lineage fractures widening. Sable yipped at his leg. He knelt. Round one, Kit. But game's long. Prepare terms, protector. Empire chooses. Cal ruffled Sable's ears. Pods were down. Sarn caged, but the real intrigue brewed in the core. Lineage markers decoding. Alliances shifting. He armed the next trap layer. Family first. Always.
Cal gripped Sable's collar leash tight as they crossed the yacht's gangway. Imperial guards flanked them. Lances humming.
Sable's claws clicked on polished deck plate, her tail flicking excitement. Collar stays on, Cal said to the nearest guard. ID beacon active. Full protocol. The guard glanced at Praetor Vale, who nodded once. Human insists. Comply. Sable pressed against Cal's leg, rumbling low. He scratched her ear ridge. Good kit. Stay close. They entered the yacht's core bay. Hollow screens flickered with incoming loyalist sails. Reinforcements sealing the sector. Vera waited at the lift, her imperial robes swirling. Rowan, air secure? Locked down, Cal replied. But Sarn's ripples spread. Keep her marker pinging public. Vea's eyes narrowed, then softened a fraction. She gestured. Nursery deck. Now. The lift hummed upward. Sable sniffed Vera's claws curiously. Cal watched the Empress tense, then extend a talon. Sable nuzzled it without lunging. Progress. Doors hissed open to the nursery deck. Soft glow lights bathed enriched enclosures, climbing scaffolds, scent-marked dens, protein dispensers humming. Staff froze, xenovets in crisp tunics, datapads mid-scan. Feyre swept in. All protocols shift. Rowan dictates care for the air, no debate.
Execute. Murmurs rippled.
A lead vet stepped forward. Empress, our models. He tamed Apex without neural collars. Follow. Cal unclipped Sable's leash. She bounded to a play scaffold, scaling it in seconds. He turned to Dr. Chen, who trailed from the station with her kit. Lise, baseline her stress markers. Then we drill. Chen nodded, scanner whirring. Pulse steady. Growth spurt imminent. Your feeding schedule accelerated it. Vera crossed her arms. Prove it, Protector. Stress test. Here.
Cal grinned faintly. On it.
He faced Sable. Kit, down.
Heal.
She dropped. Ears perked. Staff watched, skeptical. Simulate threat. Cal called to Vale. Standard breach. 2 operatives, non-lethal. Vale signaled. 2 guards lunged from shadows, stun lances crackling. Sable whirled, hackles rising. Trust drill, Cal said calmly. Sable guard hold. No engage. Claws scraped deck, but she froze, eyes locked on Cal. Guards halted inches away, lances humming against her fur. Stand down, Cal ordered. Sable back to his side, rumbling approval. Guards retreated. Staff gasped. Obi's trust, Chen confirmed. Scanner beeping. Not dominance. Cortisol flatlined. Vera knelt slowly, studying Sable. You built choice. Dominance cracks under rivals like Sarn. Alarms pinged, sector scans updating. Loyal sails docked, sealing the yacht. Whispers from staff. Oder and Sarn's faction probing markers remotely. Vera rose. Decree chamber. Now. They moved to adjacent halls, Sable padding beside Cal. Holodesk activated. Galactic feeds live. Vera donned neural crown, claws dancing over controls.
Publish. Cal Rowan, off-world guardian to Herr Sabelketh. Veto authority on custody claims.
Empire-wide. Staff inputted data. Feeds lit up. Sector lords reacting. Rival pings stuttering. Cal checked Sable's collar. Beacon strong. Blocks grabs clean. Commission packet. Salvage tech liaison. Imperial yards. Standing berth here. Cal took it. Family first. This seals it? Vera's gaze met his. Empire chooses trust. For now. Sobbily yipped, nuzzling Cal's hand.
He ruffled her ears.
Time to roll, kid. Station calls. Docking clamps released with a thud. Cal's shuttle powered up in the bay, Chen stowing gear. Sable strained at her leash, held by Vera. Go, Cal said. Build strong. Be boarded. Thrusters ignited. Viewport showed Sable rearing, howling, a piercing apex call echoing through vacuum seals. Vera tilted her head back. Her own howl answered, deep and resonant, threading the comms. Cal's shuttle cleared the yacht. Scopes showed sails forming escort. Sarn's shadows retreated, for now, but lineage markers fully decoded in hours. Rivals would test the decree. Sable's choice hung in the bond. Family first. Game long. Cal punched coordinates home. Station beacons winked ahead.
He leaned back, wrench at his side. Trust built empires too.
The shuttle banked into black. Howls faded but echoed in his chest.
Imperial feeds buzzed.
Cal smiled, one wrench at a time. Sable's yip crackled over open channel. Cal, he keyed response. Here, Kit, always. Return soon, Guardian. Empire waits. Shuttle accelerated. Stars streaked. New family, new fronts. But one truth held, she chose him first. Deck vibrations settled as the yacht shrank. Cal ran final diagnostics. Fuel green, traps armed.
Chen glanced over.
Cross-species baseline shift.
Means your pack alpha without the bite.
Call nodded. Political storms brewed, but core held. Station loomed. Crew cheers. Incoming. He gripped controls. Ready. Yet scopes pinged faint. Shadow sail. Edge of sector.
Sarn's echo? Cal armed countermeasures.
Round 2 incoming. Chen prepped scanner. Family protocols hold. Shuttle docked hard. Airlock cycled. Station crew swarmed. High fives, backslaps.
Salvage King!
One yelled. Cal waved them off. Kit safe. Empire's word. Pings escalated. Vale's voice cut through comms. Guardian, confirm trace. Rival probe. Affirm, Cal replied. Handling. He strode to console, wrench ready. Compassion armed better than lances. Sable's howl replayed in his mind. Choice made, Empire followed. Cal cracked knuckles. Let's collaborate. Lights flared. New trap sprung. The human grinned. Game on. Imperial yacht vanished into formation sails. Cal's world expanded. Guardian now, across stars. But Sable's nuzzle lingered. Bond unbreakable. Rivals probed. He answered, with trust. Station alarms whooped welcome. Cal stepped into light. Protector mode. Engaged. Chen fell in step. Prepped ends.
Done.
Cull-eyed scopes. Shadow faded, for now. Vera's decree scrolled feeds. Human elevated. Lineage secured. Aliens marveled.
Humans built. Cal shouldered gear.
Family called. Across voids.
He moved. Wrench hummed.
Ready for more? 1 beat ahead. Sable's future is watch.
Never. Cal laughed low.
Pack grows. Station thrummed life. New chapter docked. Hooks set. Shadows waited. He waited too.